Your magnetic field, their magnetic field, your vibes, their vibes, you're all fucking, you're just resonating. It feels good because that energy's flowing right. Versus someone that's like a bad energy, a bad aura. It's like y'all get into the same resonant and it's like a mismatch.
Exactly.
There's a downward or an upward momentum of voltage and it doesn't work. You need a seamless one. We always envision like a him or a being or some shit. And I just like don't. I see like a ball of light.
There ain't no
like, you know,
she, they.
Yeah, it's just like it's not even a being. It's just energy. It's some pure form. Whatever's our energy, our electromagnetic flow is a makeup of whatever the energy actually is coming, where it's coming from. Does that make sense? It's an offspring.
God created us in their image, right?
Yeah, but like
I'm not talking
the fuck
physical
is a
looks.
tiger?
We're electromagnetic energy beings. We are energy beings.
Energy is the image of God, and then we're all made of that. Then we're made of the we're made of all.
We are now made in the image of God.
Everything seems to fall in line and make sense, especially with religious and historical texts. When you start thinking that everything comes from the ether, and we're all just made of the ether, which means we're all one with one energy source, and we're all one with the energy source, and we're all one.
Yeah,
one is all is one,
and we are a hive mind. If you didn't catch that, we all have connections to. We could telepathically communicate right now if we had the energy and ability and knowledge to do so. That is 100% a thing. We could literally have a telepathic communication system.
I think that we already have this happening to us and we don't notice it happening.
I think so too.
For example, I'm in a meeting for work. Everything's going great. Some coworker comes in and they have that bad energy. You'll instantly, the whole room becomes this way. It's because we're all feeding off of this. It's because that is, to me, like a frequency they're giving off. And then we're inherently receiving that frequency. And it's whether or not we defend it or block it or whatever is just, I think we don't understand we're doing it. It's like inherently in us.
We all have an invisible magnetic field around us. We all have that toroidal field around us. So that's why like personal space is personal space, because your fields are now interlocking. Like we're in each other's field right now. We're in personal space.
That's why, like, if you feel someone close to you,
you can feel them,
or you feel someone looking at you. Well, they're looking. They're
sending you waves, technically.
Yeah,
right?
Dude. The act of looking at you is now putting frequency in your direction and directing it that way, and you can't not help it. If you're staring at something, I'm now going to be projecting in that direction, and you can feel that apparently.
Oh, you can. We see it everywhere.
Yeah, I
felt them looking. Do you feel like you're being watched?
I think that bullshit is like we're feeling these fields, and we're not paying attention to what we're feeling. We just get this sense of something. You know what I'm saying? But really, what it is, it's the interactions with the frequencies.
That's beautiful. Absolutely.
That's how I've always seen it. Again, I look at spirituality and say there's a scientific reasoning for it.
Because there is.
There has to be. They're one and the same. There's a bridge there, and we've been separating them for all this time
on purpose.
To muddy the damn waters, to divide and conquer. In algorithms and computer science, one of the best ways to solve a big problem is divide the problem and then conquer both individually. Divide and conquer. And that's what they're doing. You divide science and religion, you divided half the people. I grew up most of my life thinking religion's God. I'm not even atheist. This is the weird part, is like I've never not believed in God. I've always believed in God since I can remember. But I also, much of my life growing up, I thought religion's crackpot. Science is the answer. It'll lead me to God. Religion won't. And along that journey, I realized, oh shit, it's all the same. It's one religion. You can't run from. No, dude, hold on. Everybody needs to stop. I've been looking at this wrong.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah, pump the brakes. Spirituality and science are one in the fucking same.
Yeah.
And if you try to ignore one, you inherently ignore half the picture. And now you will never get there.
But that's why scientists can't understand so many things that they're mind boggled about. They're like, I just don't understand. So let's give it a whole bunch of names and call it that.
That and the fact that we no longer question shit.
Because we figured it all out. Just like we figured out electricity.
Everybody, the electron's real.
Done.
Shut your mouth. We figured that out. Einstein won a Nobel Prize for this.
They don't care because they're making so much money off of it. They're like, please don't. Just no.
And they keep us in the grind, away from the finish line.
Yep.
And so it's a constant trickle of innovation, just how they want it. Yeah, you get a little something while you're my slave.
Yeah, they're going to keep you somewhat happy, preoccupied for sure.
And the day we stop questioning shit is the day you just allow the lies to take over. And that is a scary thought.
Well, I think we got to the point where we stopped questioning things.
Oh, I saw it in the reading.
What do you mean?
When you've seen my library, and I'm not saying I've read the whole library, but I'm keeping track of the years, the publications, what people are saying versus different eras or whatever. And I've noticed anything pre-1900 is a very, hey, these people said this. We'll take it as fact as of right now, but we're going to readdress it and we're going to kind of confirm. Let's make sure. There's some things here. They said this, but we need to kind of prove it. Post-1900, the moment you say the electron was discovered, we're done here. And you just move on. There's no questioning of things anymore. It's just they already did it. We can go to the next step. And in the 1800s, in it was like, I know they said this, and I know it seems like everybody's living off of this, but we still need to question it, everybody.
Why do you think the questioning stopped? Like, what did they do to us that made us stop questioning things?
This is where I started to think, like, when we were talking about this when we were eating not long ago.
Yummy. Oh, that was so good.
What we were eating, I won't talk about.
Anyways.
I think that the school system has done a lot of this.
And when did the school system start?
The school system really kind of built its way in through the 20s and 30s and kind of became solidified 30s and 40s. You know, like that's... And so at that point, you start looking at it and it's like, well, who created the educational system? Who was a part of that foundation? What models do they build it off of? It's a very factory-driven model. The idea that you're in a cold, very bright, no windowed room and you wait for a bell to go off so that you can go to your next job or, you know, get back on the floor.
Right.
You know, it's like they're training you.
It's an indoctrination system versus a school system. Like the school system, like the schooling part, you learning things, it's like, it's more of like, we're going to indoctrinate you. This is it.
Yeah, dude. And if you question it, they fail you. You become a moron. You can't get a degree. You can't go anywhere. And it's like you've been casted out before you even began your life. And
sounds like someone I know.
I don't know anybody like this. And at that point, you get put into a hole. You can't ever get out. Everybody else is telling you you're wrong. You have no way to prove it. And before technology and before the internet, there was nothing you're going to fucking do about it. No. Like not a damn thing at that point. So you're just stuck in that now.
Even if you had cold hard fact, bro, I bet they had
no way, man.
Vast amount of ways to cancel your ass.
Well, I mean, yeah. Historically speaking, if you are to prove something they don't want you to prove and they can't disprove you, you tend to fall out of a window. Yeah.
Hang him.
It's just weird. Something about geniuses who come up with free energy are always falling out of windows and having car wrecks.
Who fell out of a window? I'm curious. I don't know.
There's like 12 to 20.
Back when that was a good way to off people. It was knock them out the window.
Knock them out the window. The CIA has a document on it, and it's about how the best way to kill someone without being... Dude, it's so dark shit. They're the darkest shit that I've read through there. And it's like the best way to do it is to do like 2 stories or more, because that way it's like they don't have much evidence because like you didn't leave a chemical in their body. It's suicide most of the time. Right. It's easy to get people to just push them out of a window. Anything higher than that, and they typically just die from it. They don't get just mangled or whatever. Like there was like science to this, dude. You know, and it's like, God damn.
They really went down all of the roads and rabbit holes to find what they wanted out of everything. I mean, that goes along with astral projection. They went down that rabbit hole and studied it for years upon years.
You can't tell me that that's crackpot when the CIA won't leave it alone.
And they have papers on it.
We're talking like 3, 4, 5, 6 decades they've been doing this straight, nonstop. They don't stop. Guys, are they out there? Do we have a bunch of shit on them doing flat Earth? What about all the other crackpot conspiracies? Why remote viewing? Why what they do typically turns out to be crazy ass shit? MK Ultra, don't even get me started with all the connections on how they really did pull that one off. They pulled it off. They were able to convince or manipulate people into murdering other people and not having any recollection of it.
Don't people think that was a failed endeavor? Because I think they actually successfully succeeded.
It was a failed endeavor only in the sense that there's no proof that they ever did anything meaningful with it, except for all of the correlations, connections, and links to all the things that they accomplished
with it.
You know, like Charles Manson alone and all the murders he did, and everything about what he did has MK Ultra written all over it.
But it was a failed endeavor.
It was totally failed, and he's just look, man. They just were followers of this prophet, Charles Manson. That's it. This is just let everything else go.
With that astral projection endeavor they went on, how many remote viewers do you think they got out of that thing? Remote viewers in the CIA pocket, being able to go anywhere, anytime, and just view shit.
Yeah, and this is like where the Montauk Project comes in play.
I don't even know about this.
Dude, the Montauk Project's what Stranger Things was made after.
I was going to bring it up, but I didn't know how to necessarily make it sound legit. But I feel like that kind of thing has happened for a very long time.
They were going to make the show and name it Montauk.
No.
And they didn't do it because of the controversy around it. They felt it wasn't. Yeah.
Duffer Brothers, let's go.
Yeah, dude. And the government's never officially acknowledged that this was a real program. You know, even though there's all this stuff behind it, man, like there's so much to it. To this day, where that facility was, there are known giant like cement structures in the ground that we don't know why they were like filled in. Like these rooms were like cement filled in. Why would you fill them in? Why not just bury the damn things and move on?
What are you hiding, filling it with cement? Like what?
Yeah, and the saying goes is that they tapped into shit that broke into our realm.
Like in Stranger Things?
Yeah, that's pretty much what they say. But the other part of that I do believe is very legitimate is the fact that they had remote viewers there and they had a big, giant antenna tower that they had connected into the remote viewer so that they could have a super projection. You know, it's just like I was saying earlier, and I didn't even correlate these two. I truly, swear to God, I never correlated them to this.
I love our talks.
I never did. But now that I see that in my head, I'm like, shit, dude, they were already doing this. God
literally,
bless it,
basically
man.
Making a superintendent for your...
Yeah, it was like a giant Wardenclyffe tower. And they said that every time this tower would crank up, everybody's TVs and homes and shit would start doing weird stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people would start feeling weird, nauseous. A lot of illnesses would start springing up. So a lot of electromagnetic frequency and radiation was going on in the area during the time. And they said that they even could only allow the remote viewers to do that stuff for a short period of time, and they would have to be under constant surveillance in case they were to like die from it. Because
it was that strong.
They were saying that it was that the Montauk Project apparently is like so controversial because I think whatever they did was like the furthest you could take it before they realized you don't want to go any further than that. You will fuck with our entire timeline in like realm at that point. Whatever they did, I don't know, dude, but they like the government won't acknowledge it, man. And they'll acknowledge a lot of shit, but they acknowledged MK Ultra. They gave us the documents for it. They will not acknowledge this, but like we know there was a base government shit going on. Like we know that stuff. We just don't know really the details because we've only gotten things that people have said. Some of the children that came out of there and stuff like that. Like they've some whistleblowers along the way, but like we've never really got anything like confirmed. The Montauk Project is to me the gold standard for remote viewing conspiracy. That's where they took it to the edge. And I think after that they were like, yo, let's just do this like professionally now.
Yeah, not with super
Don't be hooking up antennas and putting them into some electrical chair and shit. Let's not do that anymore.
Dude, can you imagine?
Yeah, apparently this like chair they had built connected to it, designed for this, and in this room that was designed for it, and they had to be like monitored by someone in the room with them at all times because of how dangerous it was. And they could only do it for a couple minutes at a time.
They also discovered that they need remote viewer security guards too. Like when remote viewing started becoming a known thing, you have to start protecting places. Like imagine Antarctica.
Oh, because those people can just show up whenever they want and start
looking around. I know how to remote view. I can go see anything, anytime, anywhere.
So how do you have that? How do you know?
You have to train people. You have to have remote viewing employees.
So the guy,
security guards,
one of the most famous remote viewers for the government, claimed that he remote viewed the dark side of the moon.
Probably got shut out too.
He said that he went up to a building, some structure, looked in the window, and they looked back at him. And then he got told, get the fuck out of there.
Exactly.
And he said he was never asked to go back there again.
And that happens more often than not.
Well, like, all right, so like they saw him, but can they do anything? Can they interact with you? Can they disconnect you from your body? Like, what can they do? What's the fear? If they were so worried about him being there still because he was seen, what do they know they can do?
I wonder if they can harm your energy.
Do you get stuck in the spirit realm?
Like severed connection from your physical?
And that's what a ghost is?
Yeah, right.
Is they're disconnected from their fucking...
I
know what you were talking about earlier, and I actually more subscribe to the idea that they're like not wanting to leave the realm, and they're like stuck here if they're ghosts.
Yeah,
but in this moment, I'm like, man, what if they lost connection and can't leave?
Right.
What if you did? What if you collapsed your entanglement?
I don't know how you can lose or sever your connection, or someone else could sever your connection to your physical. I do feel like it is possible, and I do feel like someone else could inhabit your body if you're not careful. If you don't have the right protection,
demon is.
Yeah, it's just
you lost connection, and someone's now taking over. Someone's tapping. It's like almost hearing two radio stations at once.
Yeah,
that frequency is being intercepted and fucked with.
I don't know how you would take someone's body. I don't know what kind of energy you need to do that, or how that even happens.
Yeah, but if you're in that spirit realm next ascension idea, well, then you're able to do things we can't comprehend.
Right.
So like we inherently couldn't know that until we got there, unless we get to that point where we learn that kind of shit. Because I don't know, I don't feel like science is going to tell me that one. I feel like that's a spirit guide.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's outside of the realm of our quantum
science
observations. We can't observe that. We have to then go to that. It's almost like trying to observe the bottom of the ocean without ever going there.
Can we remote view the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know why you can. I don't know why you couldn't remote view it.
Breathing doesn't exist when you're astral.
So you just go to the bottom of the ocean and just hang out there?
Why don't we ever think about going to the bottom?
Why? Well,
let's go roam the freaking ocean. I didn't think about that.
Well, then they probably have. They don't want you to know. We're about to get banned.
Well, the civilizations and stuff, I bet they are so tuned they can see astral as well as physical. I don't know this for sure. It just kind of feels like if you did go, mingling around these underground cities, I bet either they have the remote viewing security guards or they just know you're there and they're like,
I almost bet that they have a way to block you out completely.
That's
like
actually
a field of some, like a gravitational field around their shit that you can't tap in.
I could see that.
At this point, I can't rule any kind of thing out because I've come to realize that we're capable of things that we are not understanding, we don't know, and we've been lied to anyways about. So at that point, dude, whatever they are tapping into is far fucking beyond what we know and comprehend today.
Right.
We still believe in particles, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Like, come on. Especially when you realize what we are. We're energetic beings. We're frequency.
We are electrons.
Like when you think about it that way, mind over matter, period. You can bend the spoon, Neo.
Yeah, I do think.
But the spoon is not bending. You're bending it.
Yeah, I think we were locked out of that.
Absolutely.
I think it was just, your DNA was like, no. I'm not going to let you do that one.
But
you got to die soon, and you got to not be able to do all this crazy shit we can do.
But it's still there. It is still harnessable, and anyone and everyone can unlock their full potential.
It's almost begs the question, inherently by being a part of it, you are gifted that. And there's nobody that can take that from you, even if they wanted to. So even they couldn't build it or take it in the DNA. They could try. They could sever it or turn it off with the DNA, but they can't not allow you to have it.
Right. You can find all the ways. See, I don't think in the DNA structure manipulation towards forgetting that side of us or not being able to tap into that, but on the exterior and the physical, where you start treating our food differently and our school systems differently, the indoctrination and all these different things, along the times, I don't know when we started getting all these different ideas about things, or like when they started making us think certain ways. I don't know how long we've been doing that, but
it's really only been the last century. Look, man, the 1800s, we didn't have a school system really. It was everybody was just like, you got taught by your local townspeople and shit.
So maybe they did try to DNA, take it out of our DNA. I don't know, but they can't technically take it away from us.
Well, look, man, this is where I thought 5G was like, that's just horse shit. It probably is horse shit, but there is reality to the fact that electromagnetic waves, which is what all radio, Wi-Fi, cellular, 5G, all of it, that's all electromagnetic waves. It's all pouring through us all the time. Harmonics, resonance and shit like that. Who says they couldn't be doing a lot of that where they're suppressing our mind with that shit?
Yeah.
I mean, we are antennas receiving those signals, whether we want to believe that or not. Sorry, dude, that's fucking science. Try to prove me wrong. Whether it affects you or not is a whole nother ball game because we have no study on it for real.
And that's where the truth comes from, or what people think the truth is. It's not affecting us. You can't see it, so it's not real.
Correct.
But then explain all these people that believe in God. Correct. They can't see it, but it's real. Therefore, everything else that you can't see, you can't just automatically say it's not real because you can't see it. Like, that logic doesn't make sense.
Well, then shit, dude. My Wi-Fi is not real.
Yeah, exactly.
I shouldn't be getting any data to my phone.
Electricity is only real because you can see it. No, it's always been there.
Observation is not proof.
Observation is not proof.
We are tuned to specific frequencies with our eyes and ears. So we inherently can't see 99% of what's going on around us.
And that's crazy to think that there's all of that happening around us, and we only get this tiny fraction of a frequency that we can perceive, interact with.
And we want to ignore this. Like, light is different than Wi-Fi. It's not. It's the same damn thing. And then that's really what Einstein won his Nobel Prize for, was like, no. Light has photons, and that's why we see it.
freaking photons.
Like that's kind of where they went with. Is like, no, they have photons at the light level, but everything else doesn't have photons or something. Dumb shit.
Everything else is missing the photon.
Yeah,
and that's
fucking Einstein, dude. I could be a little mixed up on the details of that one because I've like find that one to be so fucking stupid.
Chaz, get it together.
I know. I need to get my details on that one better. To be honest with you,
someone jumped down his throat.
I know. Like, did he think that all I think it's only light had photons. I'm pretty sure it was only light had it, and all the other ones did not. Was that why it had energy, or was that why we could see it? But that doesn't make sense. Like, come on, dude. We don't see light because of fucking photons. We see it because of frequency. And the frequency makes the color, and the color is what we see out of it, And it's like anything else after. And then we have other animals who can see more frequencies, and they get a little bit different vision than we do.
Yeah, aren't there like
so? How are there photons in those? Fucking wait, hold on here.
Wait a second.
I just blew that shit up in 2 seconds because now it's like, well, what level of light do they end? Because other animals can see different versions of light than we can. So did they get photons in that?
Yes, duh. Einstein says yes.
Well, then why can't we see that too? Because that's why we can see light, right? It's because of the photons, but we can't.
Wait, no. But like. No.
Just shut your mouth.
Yes, just no.
Just shh.
Proven Einstein.
Yeah, dude. No. Nobel Prize. Shut the fuck up. These are the questions that lead me to shit, this is all wrong.
And like, and that's the response that you get towards it is like, no. You just can't. No.
Like the guy today.
It's like, no.
We already did that 100 years ago.
Dive down the rabbit hole and figure it out. Like, stop just saying no.
If you can go and make it make sense to yourself, well, then that can be a proven thing now to you.
Yeah.
But don't just take it at face value, even if it was said by Einstein and Nobel. Like, think about it. When you say Einstein, you instantly think genius. Look at what they did to the word and the name and his presence of it is like, no, Einstein is genius. So now you can't even question anything he did. And the mere fact that you've done that is like, what, you think you're a fucking genius now?
It's almost blasphemous to question Einstein.
And
they did that on purpose.
Yeah, because then when you do question him, we find out half his shit was like very fucking shady. Some shady shit went on, okay? And that's why he never won a Nobel Prize for fucking special relativity and gravity and all that. It's always been a question of mine. It's like, that was the most famous thing he did, and he never won a Nobel Prize for it. Why? It's because when you actually dive into the fucking math of it, it starts to get shady quick.
If you're just regurgitating shit, think a little bit, stop regurgitating, and actually try to prove it yourself.
Yes.
Dive deep, try to prove it, and then feel free to regurgitate what you just proven was exactly what you thought it was.
Yes.
Stop just taking things at face value.
If I can't stop and explain it to you in simple terms without using big textbook words and I can find another way, well, then I don't know how it works. I don't understand it. I just understand the words given to me.
You remember what you learned.
Correct. You can remember how to regurgitate.
You did not try to go down the rabbit hole and figure it out yourself.
See, this is what's fun to me is having these debates on quantum physics and stuff like that on TikTok is like, I can see how these things are interacting in my head. So when I debate something that I don't even have full
understanding,
research, I haven't really gone into that realm fully. Sure. I sit there and I just like play it in my head, and I'm like, this is how it would work. And then I gotta go look it up. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how it seems to work, and we just move on. And so like there's that foundation, and that's the problem to me is that a lot of these people keep talking about all these individual experiments, all these individual studies, like they're individual from each other. They're not. They're all the same quantum place that we're observing. And then we sit here and say, well, that's this and that's that and that's this. Why? It's all this. And then I can stop now and go back and say, well, here's how this theory applies to each one and why it makes more sense. Meanwhile, they're all over there being like, well, this one does this and this one does this. That's not how the universe works. The universe doesn't just pick and choose whenever the fuck it wants, wherever it wants. No, and it's just random. It's not random, dude.
We've uncovered that truth. It's like 100%.
100%. It's not random.
No, it was divinely made.
100%. So at that point, all of these should correlate. And if you can't do that breakdown with simple words to make a person understand in the layman's world where they don't have to spend years researching all of it out, well, then you don't fucking get it.
It's way more simple than we've been taught. But it's so divinely simple that it's the most magnificent thing you can conjure.
Simplicity is the most beautiful thing on earth.
It truly is, though.
I've seen it over and over and over and over again. Simplicity is what wins. Apple and Steve Jobs, you can say what you want about the guy. Sure, he's a tyrannical asshole, blah, blah, blah. He treated his daughter like shit. Granted, all right, I know all the fucking stories. I don't care. He was a genius in what he did do with Apple. And it was a breakdown of everything needs to be simplistic, but of the utmost detail.
What does that sound like?
The
Interesting. Literally.
That sounds like the simplicity, but detailed, and it works anywhere. so detailed that I want this type of marble tile on the ground on all my stores. So I will go to Italy and I will buy the mining company and I will own it. And I will have the same tile in all my stores worldwide. God. I want the same wood tables exactly in every store. So I will go buy the lumber company and we will produce those tables ourselves. Apple does. Go look it up. Apple owns these companies. They have
Steve Jobs.
They have a fucking mining company and a lumber company so that they can make sure that everything is of the utmost meticulous detail, but simplistic and the same in uniform. You shouldn't have to walk into a store and relearn the store. It's all the same, but it's all perfect the first time. So it doesn't matter. You want it that way.
That's freaking great.
It's brilliance on a level we can't comprehend sometimes. Yeah. Look, he was bad in all these ways. That's not how intelligence works. That dude knew how to accomplish design for us in a simple way. Just simple. Everything about Apple and the phone and the devices, it's just simple.
Literally. Simplicity. That's why so many people like it.
Just stainless steel. We don't need a bunch of shit. Just put the thing there. We don't need all the buttons. We don't need all that shit, dude.
Well, Steve Jobs.
I mean, he's the one that made the interactions with the phone with your finger. I mean, he wanted that he said originally, you should get on a phone and it should feel like natural to just use it. You shouldn't have to learn. You should just put your finger there and by what you feel like you should do, it should do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, oh, how do I do this? It's just play with it. And you'll naturally want to grab the screen and do things with it. And it should do that.
And you felt that and you saw that when you first got the iPhone. Yes. You were like, oh, wow, this really is just like, I just know how to use this.
It's so complicated. It's so complicated. You just don't understand how complicated it is. It's not simple. It's very fucking simple.
And we're not talking about the iPhone anymore.
No.
Talking about the universe.
The universe. It's not complicated. It's so simple that everything's just a magnet and everything's about magnetism. That's how simple it is to me. It's like, holy shit, everything's just magnetism.
So is it an organic magnet or is it just magnetism? How does this place feel so real? It's a simulator for souls to grow. Really,
at that point.
But what is this? How do we?
Well, everything's energy. Energy can transfer things around. So, the feeling is an illusion. Feelings are an illusion, though.
All of it's just...
That's an illusion, though. You can sit there and you can take pain if you want to.
It's all in the mind.
It's in the mind.
Which you hear that your entire life.
But it's so true.
Pain is in the mind.
I've gotten much better as I've gotten older of just taking pain.
You stub your toe, and instead of yelling at God and cursing the world, you just take it like a little boy you are.
Dude, you get knocked out, you get back up, and move on with your life.
Yeah.
And you just keep going, and nothing... Pain's part of life. But it's that's just your body. It's not really you, and... Let's just keep going, man. You want to live a life or you want to fucking be in fear all the time of pain.
Right.
But in the reality thing, that's all in your head. It's not really real. The only thing you really worry about is just making sure you're still here for the people who you're taking care of and everything like that. But really in the end, it's...
My motto is spread love as much as you can. That's kind of what I've tuned my life into. Well, really love is vibration and love is everything. Mm-hmm. The term God is love hits so much harder when you realize that love is vibration and vibration is everything. Mm-hmm. And God is now literally love. Mm-hmm. I don't know how the biblical sense of God is love actually resonates with people, but literally that's what it is. It's love. It's loving your friends, your family, your neighbors, the person that just yelled at you, the guy that fired you at your job, the person that just killed 1 million people. I'm sorry. Yes. Love. It's terrible to think about, but also we live in a simulator that actually isn't real. It's for us to learn and grow on a soul level. The experience was for a reason.
I think you're totally right, especially about the vibrational part. That part's so key to me, man.
It just feels too right to be wrong.
It almost felt like you were saying that about yourself, I feel so right to I'm not wrong.
Hey, no.
It feels too right for me to be wrong about this.
I killed my ego a long time ago.
No, but I totally agree with you on this. And anything that exists has a vibrational frequency. Anything. So a thought has a vibrational frequency. And then at that point, love would then be an emotion, a thought, a feeling. It's going to be projected off of you at a frequency.
Which is why telepathy is a thing and telekinesis as well.
Chemistry. I feel something between someone. You're resonating with them. Your magnetic field, their magnetic field, your vibes, their vibes. Y'all are all you're just resonating. It feels good because that energy's flowing right. Versus someone that's a bad energy, a bad aura. It's y'all get into the same resonant and it's a mismatch.
Exactly.
There's a downward or an upward momentum of voltage and it doesn't work. You need a seamless one. And so like, I totally agree. I think if you can start matching frequencies better and you can start projecting better frequencies, well, then inherently everything starts to get better, and you will inherently then interact with other people and make their shit better.
You will.
You're projecting out that shit.
Contagious.
Correct.
Like your vibrational frequency is contagious, whether it low vibrational frequency or a high vibrational frequency. You can literally bring light into a room just by smiling. You've seen it.
I see.
Someone's having a bad day and you smile at them. It's like this little sliver of light just lit them up.
It's like someone walks into a room at a party and the whole room becomes their room.
What do you mean?
Their energy is so contagious and captivating that like the moment they walk in, it's like in a movie where like spotlight, everybody turns, looks, and it's like, oh, yeah. And like, I'm here now.
Yeah. I have arrived.
A party has arrived. I'm here, and it's like they don't mean to do this. It's just they give off this fucking aura that the moment you walk in, it's like boom through the room and everybody's like, something changed.
That's a thick, massive magnetic aura.
Yeah, it's so strong. It pulses out and you will feel it through the room, Yeah. That's just like
every heartbeat, it gets bigger and bigger and just swallows the house party.
It looks like the universe works in two ways. You either have like a stationary field or you have AC pulsing electricity out. So it's either a gravitational field that's just there or it's electrical pulsing. That's why I was saying earlier about this is that it was pulsing because it's an AC. Mechanical comes in, AC comes out, which means alternating current, which really ultimately just means a pulse.
Can you explain how it's AC or how it becomes AC? What do you mean by that?
So there's a vibration to the table. The vibration's going through the stone. The stone has a lattice inside of it, which means that ultimately at the quantum foundational level, there's like intricacy. It's like locked, and all the little connections between the different magnet atoms. Becomes like a structure, almost like a rafting, like a raffle, rafting for like a raffles, like a rafting system that you set up around a building to build it, and they're interlocked and connected. Right. That's like a lattice. And so like they can be different types of shapes. And like most of them that you would see around a building would be like a rectangular square, right? Just like little squares all around that are all connected to each other. Well, they can be different shapes. Those squares could be triangles. They could be hectagons. That matters. The lattice shape means a lot.
What's a lattice shape again?
The atomic structure of matter. So at the atomic level of the base atoms, they connect together to form matter, right? Well, that connection between all of them creates a shape or structure that you can like see and notice, like rafting, like rafters, so that you can like build something. But like that's the structure internally. Anyways, long story short, that lattice will take on vibration, and the vibration is essentially for crystals, and the way that it's shaped is it points out on the sides, which means that now it's not fully like a square. You can't push it in, right? It's kind of like stable. But like something that comes out and then back in, you can push them in, right? And that's what this is doing ultimately, is the vibration pushes it in. The outward thrust of the lattice is what pulses out electricity. So it's vibrating. Right? So it's in, out, in, out. So it's every in and out is a AC pulse. In would be one direction, and they're quote unquote AC is about wiggling. We go one way and we go the other way, but we do this 60 times in a second. Right? And that's what AC is, alternating current. But really, to me, it's not about going back and forth. It's about pulsating. We just send 60 pulses of electricity down the wire. We don't make an electron move back and forth 60 times. We just fire electromagnetic wave of energy down the wire 60 times. And it becomes a stream. There's no electrons involved in that. It's just a stream of electromagnetic waves. Because two poles clashed in the ether, pinched the ether got pinched and shot out a wave. That's what the poles do. And so that's what a dynamo is. That's what a generator is. It's just the poles going around each other so that they keep fucking pinching it and clashing. That's what lightning is, right? The magnet on top, the magnet on the ground, they go across each other and when those two magnets, that's two giant magnets, man. Think about it, like a cloud magnet would be fucking huge, right? Mm-hmm. And then the ground must be a big one. Those two hit each other, lightning. That's a massive clash.
We've all heard and seen lightning.
That clash is what we're doing in a generator to create electricity, just at a much smaller scale. We don't have cloud level magnets. We've got little baby ones, and you got little baby ones, and you do this, you're not at the you're not at lightning level, but you're at energy level, and you're just shooting that energy down. But lightning is just the next level of that shit, dude. That's like pure ripping of the ether, I feel like, I
mean, it feels like
it feels like ripping reality on that one. It's crazy to watch that.
Does that mean that's basically what the universe is as well? Like what would the universe itself be at that point?
I think we're a magnet. We are a magnet. And a magnet would have a center with a toroidal shape around it. So we're in a donut. We're just floating around in the donut. And the center would be a black hole. Now, I don't know if you'd ever be able to see that, though.
Are we all falling into the black hole? Is that like why everything moves?
Yeah, the center of our or not the galaxy, but like maybe it's the galaxy. The center of all of this that we're a part of is the black hole.
Well, I mean,
and so we're all swirling in towards it.
The universe swirls, the galaxies swirl.
Yeah, but here's the problem with this: is like we wouldn't be able to see our black hole, okay? Because we would be in the donut, which means there would be a wall at the center where we're not seeing the actual hole on the other side of the ether.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? We're inside the field. And technically, the black hole of our magnet is on the other side of a reality wall we can't pass. Does this make sense? It's like, can you see inside the tornado? Or do you just see the wall of the tornado?
You just see the wall, man.
That would be it.
Unless you're, getting sucked up in it, you're like spinning all around. You're like, ooh, the center.
We're inside the donut looking at a tornado at the center, and the tornado inside is the black hole. But we are in it, so we can only see the wall of it. That's a different realm. And any black hole that we have that we could actually go into, that makes me think that that's either a magnet within our world, our reality, or that's a magnet connected to us. Think about it, you have multiple magnets connected to one magnet. That means that multiple black holes would start to appear.
Yeah.
Why can't those just be connections to other realms?
I was about to say, do you think it's like a portal of sorts?
I kind of do.
In a way.
It's either a portal within our own reality somehow, or it's a portal to another reality. And they're too big, I feel like, to be portals in our own reality.
Yeah.
Like
I wonder what happened, like if you got sucked into one. We wouldn't technically know, but would you survive and make it to the other side? I'm curious. Not curious enough to go diving in one, but kind of curious.
I'm going to say yes.
Ooh.
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, we can actually astral project into black holes.
Oh, that's the third way then.
We can actually.
Oh, weird, dude. Can you astral project out of our donut into another donut?
Yes, I would very much assume so.
So you
have infinite realm as an astral
You can
traveler.
break the barrier of our field.
Yes. Which I would assume goes into another universe.
Yes.
I was staring off into the ether, having a thought of, how like the firmament is separating the waters below from the waters above.
Yes.
Could our universe be floating in some kind of liquid water? Like it's just submerged in water or something? Or like
I look at water as the same but different byproduct of the ether. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm so confused on because water, like the way it's said means water. The way we envision water, because from the waters below.
But that really means fluid.
Yes. But could we be a universe inside? Like our universe could be this small and we don't even know it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
There's just an infinite amount of them, which then make up this other body of somethingness.
That's actually how I say it.
Right. It could be the smallest thing that's inside of your body that makes up something bigger, Like you don't know how quantum we are right now.
No, we don't.
None of us will ever know.
We could be ants to something else.
Exactly. And we most likely are.
Yes.
Like this realm is a quantum situation.
Yes.
Like
and then once you break the frequency in our spectrum, then all bets are off, dude. I don't know what the fuck goes on outside that. And like, who says that every magnetic donut is going to develop and become the same? Or that if God is projecting himself as everything everywhere, then he would want every realm to be different.
It's itself. It is not a him or a her.
Well, if I was God, because I am.
Aren't we all?
We all are.
Yes, we are.
Then I would want all of my realms to be different.
Because you gain more experience.
Otherwise, you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again.
God created and became infinite amounts of itself to experience, to learn, to remember, to come back to the source. It's all a part of the idea of the source being one, solo, alone. It is the source. But after an infinite amount of time, You want to experience things. You want to experience different things, love, feeling, death, all of it. But you're right. The best way to create a realm like that, a world like that, would be to create multiple versions of it, all experiencing different experiences and different styles, like parallel style universes, like whatever we're experiencing here could be completely different somewhere else. The laws of physics could be completely different in another universe, completely different.
Correct. They're not electromagnetic ether.
Yeah.
They're
something else.
They're something totally different we don't even grasp. And that's kind of like, in a sense of where was going is that if water is our three-dimensional ether, or like fluid, and then I see the ether as the next dimension fluid. It's the parent fluid, and water is the child fluid. Does that mean that really water would be the grandchild, ether the child, and there's a parent fluid above ether? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I see the ether as water. I see it as a liquid, a fluid. In science, we call it fluid dynamics. And I am now subscribing to see electromagnetism and the vacuum and all of that to be the ether, to be fluid dynamics. And then when I started applying fluid dynamics to these quantum theories, well, everything starts making way more sense, dude. Everything makes that shit interacts like water, like a fluid.
Right.
I don't know how else to see it. And in my head, it becomes more liquidy every day.
Yeah.
It's more fluid-like every day. And every time I come up with more thoughts around that, more sense.
And usually when that happens, it's a pretty solid truth.
Yeah, dude. It's really
like it starts really solidifying itself. You're like, I can't run from this. It's there and it exists and it is real.
And all our science either says it or hints at it heavily without saying it. Yeah. They just don't. They even like the virtual particle thing to me is hilarious because it's like, man, if you look at that like fluid dynamics, the virtual particle is just a droplet of water that shoots out from two waves colliding. Think about it. Like you drop a pebble in or you collide two waves. Like you drop a pebble in, technically it comes out and then the two waves come back towards each other, hit, and shoot a little droplet of water, and then it goes back down. Virtual particle. That is fluid dynamics. But see, we don't see it that way. So that droplet of energy that goes up, out, and back down is a particle. It's a proton. It's a virtual proton.
Whatever they can name it is what it is, except for the real thing of what it is.
Tell me what a fucking virtual proton is. And tell me what the difference between a virtual proton and a proton.
I don't think I can.
I don't think anybody can.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking made up, dude. I tried for 20 years to figure that shit out, and I could never do it. And now I'm like,
Comes out of the dark hole. He's like, I've got it. I've figured it out.
I see it.
I can see the light.
Jeremiah, is that you?
Yes, sir. It's me. You have found the answer, and now I have arrived.
Oh, you're so old, Jeremiah.
Grows the gray beard.
Yeah, so I can't make sense of their way, but the moment you look at electromagnetism, electromagnetic waves in the ether as a fluid that can stretch and bend and twist, and actually it's weird to me that there would be a fabric of it, that steady flow, which would mean that we broke free of it.
Explain.
And a magnet forms, but a magnet would be still like if the ether itself suddenly twisted on itself because it's vibrating and it's doing all the shit. We know this, right? And then suddenly it kind of morphs and it starts to swirl in, starts to do the tornado thing. And then now we suddenly have like a funnel and a magnet forms, both ends of the right?
Yeah.
How is that not connected to that original flow? It would have to break free and become its own entity. Does that make sense? And it becomes its own ball of ether within the ether.
Which ball are we residing in?
That's what you are.
Ooh.
You are the ether broken free from the fabric flow of it.
A fractal of ether.
I guess. And then you get to exist within it. You are energy that escaped the flow.
Whoa.
Right?
Like a little sperm.
Because in my head, I don't know how a magnet could form and not... It would have to form out of the fabric. But then how does it become other things without still being attached to the fabric? It would have to detach from the fabric to be able to then become its own thing that then goes off and goes and connects to other... Right? Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, please, by all means, tell me I'm wrong. Otherwise, it's like just part of the fabric.
Sorry, I heard a flat earther in my head say, it's flat.
No, it's flat. This dude's a fucking idiot.
That's all I heard.
He keeps talking about the ether like it's not the fucking firmament. It's the damn firmament.
We all know this.
Dude, come on. We figured this out like 200 years ago.
God.
It's Fucking idiot.
I'm trying to prove it's a globe.
Bible. Just Bible.
Literally.
Just Bible.
We've gotten comments.
Just Bible.
That's how they prove it's flat.
Bible.
I say, what about the Bible? Nothing.
And then you're like, no response anymore.
Okay.
And then you're like, oh, you must be atheist. No. Well, then you don't believe in the word of God? What? Dude, the conclusions.
Where are you pulling this shit from?
Did you just rip that out of your butthole? What the hell just happened, man? I had to just shit right on my comment and then laugh about it and roam away as you scream with one of your buddies like, haha, he's a flat earth or he's a round earth moron.
Yo, no, we're globetards. They call us globetards.
That's right.
The flat earthers are some of the meanest cult beings I think I've ever encountered. They're wildly angry about the fact that we believe it's a globe.
Yo, y'all are some ruthless. Dude, I love debating.
It's so great.
And I love getting on threads and debating people about all kinds. Y'all are some of the most ridiculous, ruthless, just like, we have no theory. We're all on our own. And we're just going to say random shit. And then we're out.
Yep.
And I might see some other flat earther arguing with someone else. So I might jump in there real quick, tell them they're right, give no explanation for what I'm even talking about, or not even say what they're right about, because that person probably claimed like 5 things, and they're like, yeah, they're right. And then they just leave. Or they'll be like, dude, you need to stop trying. These globetards are never going to get it.
They'll never get it because they don't believe in the Bible.
Yeah,
they don't understand the Bible.
They're like, Bible, Bible, Bible,
Yeah. Tell me where in the Bible it says the earth is flat. No, it says there is a firmament, not that it's flat. Get your facts straight,
dude.
Bro.
God, you know how much hate we're about to get?
So much. I'm so excited.
Dude, they're about to come out of the woodworks.
Comment all over our faces.
I will argue, you guys. I'll do it. I watched a 2-hour damn video the other day on flat earth and why it was real. So, like,
do not say we're not trying to be proven to be flat earthers. Like, we were trying so hard to make this a thing, and it's just not working. We are stretching the fabric of reality to make this thing work. And it's just not working.
Yo, you have to break everything I've ever known, seen,
touched, felt.
I don't give a shit. It breaks all of it.
All of it.
All things go down the toilet.
Explain lunar eclipse. Just go for it. Tell me what that invisible entity in the sky is that blocks.
I would actually, you know what? I'm going to be on the flat earth side. I don't know what flat earther you're talking about, but that's not how I see it.
Oh, how do you see it then, Flatty?
Oh, I see it as a man that sits behind a curtain with a computer and he programmed it up there to be read.
Oh, shit. The earth is flat, dude.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's a screen. It's a giant LED screen.
If anything, it's a realm in which we live. And it isn't flat, nor is it a globe. It's just a realm of existence.
There's no standard theory of this. They all just say random shit. They're all gotchas. I'm going to throw some gotchas at you, which really are like the shittiest gotchas ever, because you totally try to ignore science and most people won't like look into it, so they don't see the other sciences that you're just ignoring. And so they're like, damn, that guy's right.
They watch a video or two.
Correct. But if you actually dive into any of them a little deeper, you start to realize that 90% of that shit is just dog shit. And the rest of it's like, maybe have something. I think that we're just, again, observations aren't proofs, guys. So we could sit here and muddy the waters all day and we could argue it all day. But like 90% of this shit just is ignoring stuff.
Imagine this is the globe, this is the planet, and this is the airplane they use to describe why an airplane doesn't curve or why it would just fly off. They're like, I don't get it. It just, if you fly, it'll just go like straight off. But like, you can't turn an airplane and make it go around the globe like that. I'm like, do you see the level of example you're using? An airplane is a microscopic entity compared to the planet. The planet is huge. Huge. We cannot see its curvature almost at all because we are not high.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, that's a really hard thing to do.
It is.
It's not easy.
We don't have airplanes to go into the sky and see this stuff for ourselves.
But to say that I can't be in a plane and see it at all and there's no way that I could even interpret, no, that's not true. Like, that's scientifically not even true. It's just a generalization that humans struggle, generally speaking, to see a curvature beyond 2 degrees. But that doesn't mean, or less than 2 degrees, whatever it is, but that doesn't mean that you can't attune or train your eye to be able to see it. You can. Just most people don't. Most people don't pay attention. They don't try. They don't care.
Right.
And so, like, at that point, it's like somebody who looks at a TV and says, this is shit quality. That's not 1080p. That's not 4K. That's 720. That's 480. Other people walk up and like,
it looks fine to me.
Dude,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good quality. What are you talking about? What does it matter?
Perspective. Dude.
That right there is the same thing going on. I look at a TV and I can tell you generally what the quality is. I know if it's HD or not. I can tell you that immediately.
Dog shit.
Yeah, that's dog shit right there. That's some. And if it says 720 and I look at it, I'm like, fake 720.
Oh, you have an OLED 8K, do you?
Forget all the 8K shit that we have out there right now for you to watch.
And no, the Earth is not a perfect sphere.
No, it's not.
The body of water that exists on this planet means this thing is this weird-ass looking rock. Take a rock, and that's probably what it looks like. It's a rock in space, I guess. I don't know, in the ether.
This is what makes the moon weird, though.
Yeah, it's
because it is so perfectly round, and it, like, shouldn't be. So I get where flat earthers would then get into this idea of, like, that shit looks fake. That shit's fake. I think it actually is fake. It's the realest fake shit you'll ever see. But it's not like a hologram or some shit. It's a real thing. It's just, you got to understand the history there now.
But NASA can't go to the moon. So we don't know what it is and if it's real or anything. Wait, no. What do you mean they can't go to the moon? Why can't they go to the moon?
The Van Allen belt or whatever is what I saw a lot of people, which is a thing. That would be the number one thing. That's the only one I'll take into consideration.
The moon is local. It's inside the firmament.
Oh, shit. That's right. Dude, I'm going off my worldview.
Yes, it is not on the other side of the firmament.
Look, I tried. Okay, but
the moon is local, which means anyone can go to the moon.
Yeah, dude, there would be no radiation belt, guys.
Which means, why would they have not gone to the moon? I don't think they went to the moon either. But that means that there's something stopping them from going.
I think they went, just not how we think they went. That's why I think and
there's a reason they didn't go back, and they were like, can't do that no more.
Or we're like, doing it, and we just don't know about it. But you're right.
Everything
you're totally
is
right.
Misdirection.
You're totally right. You're totally right. I'm not arguing with you more than I'm just like, we're doing shit, I think, on that moon behind the scenes.
Dude, absolutely.
I feel it in my gut.
What you saw considered the moon landing was not real. That was Kubrick filming in a basement.
Most likely.
Underground.
Yeah.
That's what that was. Yeah. What actually happened was already done a couple of days before, or the day, I don't know when it was done, but they realized that they cannot show anything that they found on the moon, or they already knew that they couldn't show, but they had to make a ploy to actually launch. I don't know how, why, but it just feels like they were hiding something. And I would assume it's because the space station, the moon is a space station with beings on it, and it's a shape-shifting orb.
God, we sound like flat earthers now, dude.
We are.
Dude, you sound like a flat earther. I actually believe everything you're saying, and I subscribe to everything you're saying, and I'm like, dude, we sound like some crackpot flat earth shit right now.
But
it's true.
It's inside the firmament, so we can go to the moon.
You damn nailed that one, Jeremiah. I didn't even think about the fact that the radiation belt can't... Where is the radiation coming from? If it's a dome, and the moon is in our firmament dome, then there would be no radiation. Or where does the radiation come from? And what the fuck is the radiation?
It's a glass bowl.
Yeah, so
dude, it's not even... There's no radiation. It's just a glass bowl.
So like that part's made up. So then,
but the stars aren't real either.
Well, then the moon would just be a light. Then we can't go to the moon because there would be no moon.
It's just a spotlight in the sky.
Just a big old fucking light.
Again, y'all say God made this, right? That's who made that. The Bible. Just keep telling me to go to the Bible.
Look, dude, God showed up.
God made all of this. This sounds too rudimentary for the Almighty God to make. This doesn't sound right, does it?
It sounds like he came here with his hands and like wired it all up himself.
Literally, like
It's like the person who came up with this theory came up with it as if God was truly actually a human just building this himself. You know what I'm saying?
Like imagine the flat Earth and the dome and everything here, and like building it on this desk.
The Truman Show.
Yeah.
The Truman Show. That's really what I feel like this is. It's like we just created the Truman Show.
I mean, I bet space. Oh wait, that doesn't exist. I was gonna say, then who enjoys this show? Because there's no one else in the entire known universe to you.
Can we fall off the edge if you got past the ice wall?
No, it's infinite. It's infinite land.
Where's the dome end?
Oh wait, if it's infinite, how does the sun and moon work in other lands? You just have infinite amount of sun and moons.
How do I go one direction long enough to end up where I started?
So you can't fall off the flat Earth, I'd assume. It just maybe you go on the underside.
But how do I walk straight and I will wind up right where I left originally?
Doesn't sound like you can do that on an infinite land.
Yeah, but we've done this.
Do your research, Chaz.
Shit. Sorry.
God, we've all told him to do his research.
No wonder Amelia Earhart never made it.
She fell off
That bitch flew right off the edge.
No, she found another land and was like, I ain't going back. Wait, no.
Dude, she flew off she flew out there.
The dome. You can't go past the ice wall because the dome.
She flew into the dome.
Yeah, better question. How far does the dome go? Is the dome just over our little
that's what I'm saying. You say dome, but that means that the dome would have to end on the land. So the land can be infinite, but the dome sounds like it's not. So I randomly run into a dome eventually then?
It sounds like our dome just covers what we call the planet. and the sun and moon are just revolving around what we call the planet.
What?
But there's infinite amount of land that does not have a dome over it, which isn't God's creation now. You're talking about other species enslaving us inside of our what we call the planet. Am I wrong? You now just humanized or turned us into a project, and this is not God's creation anymore.
Correct.
Because who are all these other infinite beings?
Well, now we really are in a computer game.
I mean, quite literally.
It's not a simulation anymore. It's a fucking game.
The simulation, that is one of the only things that makes me possibly think that it could be flat, is because we are in a simulator, right?
Well, I guess in that sense, you could just say that I walk in a certain, like, around it, because as I do it, it makes it.
Yeah.
It would be a real-time rendering of where I'm going.
But you're observing it, so it now renders, which is what technically happens because, double slit experiment. Also.
True. I mean, look. And if you don't see it, then it's not happening. So, like, as you see it, it's happening. It's evolved. It's
precisely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's manifesting itself in the moment.
But we can't go a certain amount of distance because there is a dome. But whether it's flat or not, you don't know how to describe it. All these things that we're saying, you haven't even thought about. You haven't.
Is it glass?
Questioned.
Is it like
things.
Jelly? Is it what's the dome made out of? Like, we say dome, but
they say glass, man.
They straight up glass?
Especially since the Simpsons broke it with the baseball.
Like plexiglass or like
glass?
Are you telling me that nobody out of all these fucking years has like run into this damn thing? No one shot a rocket up. No one's ever.
Oh, the SpaceX rockets, they go and shatter and explode up there. Haven't you seen You've seen the videos.
So
right?
so when someone on the ground is filming it, and it never blows up.
But no, you see the water. Like when they hit it, the water goes. Oh wait, no, it's a glass dome. Get your shit straight and then tell me what it is.
Yeah, dude.
Because you can't say it's a water, but no, it's a glass dome. What is he hitting? Is the rocket hitting the glass dome or is it hitting water? If it's just water, then there's nothing holding and containing that. The water is just domed around us.
Now it's like fucking what's the place called in Marvel's?
The Eternals?
No, the place that you go with Black Panther.
Oh, yeah. Wakanda.
It sounds like some Wakanda shit where you're like flying into a mountain and just like, and you're now in Wakanda.
We are now in Wakanda.
Yeah,
Look to your left.
Yeah, is that your firmament? Like.
It's just so many holes, and everyone, Bible. Nothing about this says Bible.
No, dude, Bible. Bible. Do you not believe in the word of God? Atheist? Bible!
Thanks. Tell me again that we need to go to the Bible.
Bible.
Because we have, and it does not say the earth is flat.
Bible.
Period.
I just feel like y'all like come in with Tourette's and you're like, Bible. Bible.
The earth is flat.
Globetard Bible.
Globetard. Are we going to get canceled for saying globetard because we're not a flat earther?
Dude, I got restricted for saying dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb.
If you put at the end of a TikTok video, and all of this is for entertainment purposes only and isn't real, they technically don't flag your video now because you've just acknowledged the fact that everything you said is false. It's for entertainment.
I am an idiot. Everything I say is for entertainment. Nothing is real. I'm a liar.
Yes. We all know this.
There we go.
Globetard.
I am a globetard, though. That's like the only truth. Shit, that's a lie. No, wait, hold on. Do we get canceled for that? It's a lie.
Which part?
I don't know. I acknowledge the truth.
Oh, this was a really, really exciting episode, Chaz. I don't even know what we talked about. To be honest with you, I literally have no idea. We just kind of started talking and it went on, and we were supposed to do an episode about JP Morgan, and this is not.
Instead, we did a briefing on him and then just started chatting.
Yeah, pretty much.
We should do this more often, though.
I like the just chatting, dude. We get into some crazy.
We chatted a lot about flat Earth, which is funny to me that we keep going back to this.
It's hard not to, because every time I hear something that's just absolutely ridiculous, I'm like, that reminds me of a flat earther I was talking to earlier.
And they're so like relentless.
Dude. Bible.
Impressive, man. Yeah. So like, of
y'all
course,
keep going. I love that you believe in something so strong and that you don't believe anything the government tells you. I get it. We get it.
How can I keep looking more and more and more and more and more into it, and I get nowhere closer to believing it? Am I really that close-minded? Yet I'm sitting up here telling you that I disagree with all of mainstream science on every damn level, and yet that one I'm sheepled.
Yeah, absolutely sheepled.
I will just dismiss Einstein and all of our science, but that one...
Yeah, you're just closed-minded and can't see the bigger picture.
Yeah, that one I can't... Granted, if I had not looked into it at all, okay, well, you got something here. I need to look into it. Yeah. So I've looked into this a lot now, and I'm not getting any. In fact, I'm just seeing holes everywhere.
Also, which kind of makes me feel like it's a CIA op.
Yeah, it sounds like, it's a fun one. It's one of those where it's like, these people are like insane. Let's do this. It's kind of fun, But like at the same time, you're right. I do feel like it is a muddying of the water CIA ploy. It's a divide and conquer idea. And
I mean, the whole NASA messing up as much as they have been and like really exposing the fact that they are just fake. What if that is also a ploy to get you to not look at the shit that they're actually doing? Everything is a misdirection. And you're so thinking directly about what they're shoveling into your face. You're not even thinking about what's happening over here. You're looking at all this little goulash that's happening. You're not even thinking about what they could be doing over here.
Yeah, this is like the hurricane.
Precisely like the hurricane.
Hurricane comes in. Everybody wants to talk about the lithium mines. Everybody thinks they figured it out.
They're like, yeah, keep talking about that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, everybody's talking about this lithium mine. What do you not want me to see?
And guess what Chaz found?
Oh, the quartz mine.
What? That's crazy.
Not a quartz mine. Wait.
Quartz aren't important, Chaz. What are you talking about? They're just rocks.
Just north of the other one, in one of the most affected counties by Asheville. It's one of the largest, most purest quartz mining operation in the world, and it's where all our purest semiconductor and electronics come from.
All of that's totally fake, though, like, right?
But no one talked about the fact that if that quartz mine had gone down, it would have disrupted the global economy of technology in ways we really don't comprehend. The deeper I went, the more I realized that is a central mining operation to all high-end electronics, all Apple computers and phones and, dude, Apple period. Anything that's high-end computer or anything high-end technology, supercomputers, AI, all that shit, we're talking that. None of that's going to be going on. That would come to a standstill, dude.
You're saying I wouldn't get my computer and iPhone every year?
I'm saying ChatGPT would slow down drastically.
Well, not chat.
Oh,
anything but chat.
The AI would have to slow down.
No, 3 years in and I'm already like getting fingers and stuff.
But like that's just a small part of it. I don't know what else it's doing in mining and giving out other than just that's all I was able to dig into in the time that I dug into it. There's probably way more to this. I didn't even know there was a quartz mine in the area alone, let alone it was the #1 largest quartz mining operation in the fucking world and all this high end. I didn't know any of this until they kept shoving the lithium mine in my face. But then I go look up the lithium mine and it's like, yo, the lithium mine's not even operational. They were still going through legal battles to even get it to happen. It's not even operational. Now, you could argue that they were coming in there to like destroy all the land so they could buy it and like force their way in. Well, no. But like, it didn't make sense.
Right.
It didn't. And then you look at the quartz mine that's sitting in that area of like the heaviest hit and all this stuff. You're like, dude, what the fuck was going on? I don't know what happened. I don't really know. I really don't. I just know that there's things that were going on that they weren't wanting us to talk about.
Think about it. They expose themselves, like 100% expose themselves of being able to manipulate weather. That had not been exposed yet. They exposed that just for this.
Yeah. Yo, that's a funny
one. Think about it.
Pre that hurricane, everybody thought weather manipulation was crackpot.
Conspiracy, crackpot. Yo, no, you're crazy for thinking that. How is that even possible?
Yo, my own family was like, that's Chaz, come on. Now?
They're like, oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, we've been doing that for a while. Yeah.
It's like you literally like a couple months ago, you were telling me I was crazy.
Yeah, you told me it couldn't happen, and that's crazy. And then it happens. We all start acknowledging it, and you're like, yeah, all right, cool.
Once something becomes mainstream, sheeple just like tag along. They're like, yeah, I mean, I guess that has been happening for a while. I guess so. Crazy.
Lucky guess.
Yeah,
just
right.
Lucky guess.
It's all lucky guesses.
Can't believe, man, you got one conspiracy right. Congratulations.
And all the other ones you believe in, probably crack pot.
I don't even talk to people about any of this shit anymore because
it's pointless.
I've gotten to a point of reaching things and I'm like, to try to get to this and have someone
to explain so many things to them. It's like
it's really not worth it. I just don't even do it anymore.
You need to go through so many different levels and doors to even comprehend what you're saying. Like we speak another language at this point, and if you haven't gone through the doors to get to this language that we speak, you won't understand any of it. You'll just be like crackpot.
Dude, the moment you say free energy, people just lose their mind. They lose their mind. That is the craziest subject. It's like free energy, God, aliens and giants and dinosaurs, Bible, flat earth. And I get angry about it because...
Chance, don't get angry. Get God.
Because people don't take a moment to actually go look into it. They just read a fucking headline.
Just the headline, not even the article.
Not even the article. They just read the headline. Electrons exist. And that's it.
Electrons exist.
We're fucking done. and I'm no longer going to do any research. That person is smarter than me.
Hey, I'm a victim. I've done it before, but like I also look into it afterwards.
Yeah, dude. In fact, now it's so bad that like I read electrons are real and I'm like, they're not real. Let me go look into this. Like that, I immediately just assume the opposite now. I'm like, clearly that shit's not real. So great, electrons aren't real. And then it's like the other day when we do the episode and then I come home and I turn on some shorts or whatever and Neil deGrasse Tyson shows up. Are electrons real? And I'm like,
literally,
no, you dick. You can't take this from me. I'm trying to be
mainstream is over here questioning it now. It's like, now you're going to question.
I'm trying to rebel against you assholes. And now you're siding with me so I can't. You cheated.
Twatosaurus.
Yo, that was funny actually. For him to have done that video, I thought, okay, that's weird.
But now people are
100 years of this. And now you finally want to come out and start questioning it because you know the truth too. We've never proven it. We've just observed shit.
Again, observation is not
a proof.
Poof.
It's not a poof. It is a poof.
It's a poof.
It's a fucking poof of a century.
Observation isn't proof, y'all. Come on. Come on.
I can see things fall into the earth. Gravity is a force. Fuck you. Well, then why do we fall into the sun? Well, fuck you.
Bible.
Because God wanted it that way. Are you atheist?
Thank you so much for listening and being here with us. We appreciate you watching and doing all the things, subscribing and liking and all that other stuff we don't want to talk about. We are an ad-free podcast and video source.
I hope forever, man.
Hopefully forever. We're going to create a Patreon, and if that Patreon does well, we can stay an ad-free podcast and video source. Well, YouTube will just put videos on big videos anyways. Like they really do. They'll just slap an ad on there, even if you're not getting paid for it.
Yes,
if you get good views on a video, they just put ads on there anyway. We don't have control over that, so might as well make some money from it. But podcasts, we want to stay ad-free.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
We're going to create a Patreon and think about it,
Yeah, we don't want to charge you money. We don't want to take more money than, like we should or we're worth or, like, look, we got to invest in things. We got to live. We want to create good content. We want to have nice stuff to make sure that our stuff looks the best, sounds the best. And
a Lamborghini and Ferrari,
look, a little McLaren would be nice, okay?
Whatever.
That's all I'm asking for. It's not a big deal. It's only $1 million. Look, the point is that we'll need to make a little bit in some form or fashion, but we're trying so hard to say, let's eat it a little bit so we don't have to have ads. And then we'll get to a point where we'll try to rely on you guys to donate, essentially. No one's going to be forced to do anything. You're going to have free content, whether you donate or not. But if you want to, then you can essentially get in. Like the Patreon will allow you into shit. Like we're going to give you things.
So much shit.
We've got things that we're putting together currently so that you'll have access to a ton of information.
Like information that nobody has, basically.
If they do, it's really hard to get, dude. I've spent a lot of time gathering things. Yeah. And so at that point,
he's a master gatherer.
I'm a masturbator and a master gatherer. And so I don't want to make money off of it. I'm not trying to make money off of it. In fact, this looks like to me the best win-win. You guys show us your support and you give us a little love, and that will allow us to be able to do what we do for you in return better. And in return for that support, we'll also then give you the information we're getting. Mm-hmm. So where we're getting our information, the information we're putting together, all the books and studies and research and all of it, we're going to make sure that you guys have access to that if you want to help support us. So that's kind of the Patreon idea that we want to go down. And that way you don't have to watch ads. You don't have to get promoted bullshit. I don't want to ever have you watch me promote you some fungal foot cream or some dumb shit I don't even care about.
Literally. And that's what it is. That's all it ever is.
That's not the awakening, dude. You want to be awake? Then get out of the indoctrination of being fucking funneled bullshit and manipulated products that are not good for you anyways.
Yeah.
So if I was to peddle a product, it's going to be because they didn't pay me. I love the product.
And we love the product.
And I'm going to just promote it because I just love the product.
Yeah. And if it's one of our products, that would be something better to try to promote and
correct.
Yes. Be able to sell for you or give to you. And
I'm not blanketing
not
ourselves out.
Random.
That's not what, look, man, I feel like we will be going against our own beliefs and our own morals at that point if we were to do it.
I agree. Both
we're like selling out.
Yeah. Sellouts.
Dude, if we sell out, I want you to unfollow us immediately.
Yeah.
We're not awake anymore.
No, we've been
indoctrinated.
No. Cloned.
Dude.
This is Awakening 101. I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Chaz.
And this is Chaz.
Wake up.
God dang it, that gave me chills, baby. Yeehaw!
That was a good episode.
Oh, it's such a good episode. I'm pretty sure it was like 2 hours long.